Good afternoon. Before we start, just to say, because there's so many in the room, we'll keep it to maximum 2 questions per person. There'll be an embargo at the end for 10 p.m. UK time. And please give your name and who you work for before asking your question. Thank you.
Ashley, it's Rob Dorsett from Sky Sports News. Good to see you. Happy birthday, mate. We'll ask you about that in a moment. But how do you feel about that win over Sweden now? Watching from afar, seeing how comfortable the team was, how composed the team was. There weren't even any major celebrations at the end, like there were against Colombia. Does that feel that the confidence is growing? Is that what we read into that?
We haven't won anything yet, so there's no point in celebrating. Obviously, it was nice to get a victory, and I think the celebrations were muted just obviously because we know there's still big games to come up. So you know, there's a lot to play for. You know, I've said all along, the team spirit that we've got here has been fantastic, and I think you see the way that we celebrate after the game. We get ourselves back to the hotel, recover, prepare in the right way, and go for the next game.
Ashley, are England going to win this World Cup?
I think we've got a great chance. We've put ourselves in a great position to go on to win it. And I said before the start of the tournament that, you know, we're not going out there to not go and win the World Cup. So you know, I think, like I said, we've put ourselves in a great position.
Actually, hi, Steve Scott from HaytersTV. Croatia have obviously gone through extra time and penalties twice. Can you give us an idea of how it tests you emotionally and physically to go to extra time and then penalties?
I think especially physically, it's demanding on the body. You know, to go 120 minutes and then obviously you got to fly back as well to base. So you know, we felt, and they've done that twice now. So you know, it could play a major advantage. But you know, like I say, we know it's going to be a tough game, and we've got to be mentally and physically prepared for what they bring and throw at us.
You were one of the few to have been born in 1990, 28 years ago. I wonder if you've ever spoken to any of the guys who played in their match about their experience and about the regrets they had at not winning it.
I know I'm old, but I'm not that old, so I've not spoken to any of them since. But you know, like I say, we're concentrating on us, what's going on now, not what's happening in the past. We look forward to the future. Like I say, we've got a massive game coming up on Wednesday, so you know, everybody's just looking forward to that now.
Ash, Dan Rowan, BBC. How do you prepare for what is surely the biggest game of your life? I mean, not for 28 years as a team representing this country, but in a semi-final. You're in a place very few thought you'd get to. How are you feeling? How are you preparing for any differently to usual?
No, of course not. We're going to prepare in the same way we've prepared for every other game that we've had out here. We said, the players have said, the staff said that, you know, we're creating our own stories, and you know, like you say, 28 years since we got into a semi-final, and you know, I don't think there's any player that was in that dressing room that's in this squad that would have told you that we're not confident that we were going to get there, and we're not saying that we've never been confident to get to the final. So you know, I think that's all been said by yourselves in the press, that you know, that we weren't going to get there. But you know, for us inside that squad, the staff surrounding us, we've got that belief that you know, that great team spirit. The confidence to go as far as we want, and like I say, we're looking to complete the journey in the right way and hopefully win the World Cup.
And what would it mean for you personally if you could become a World Cup finalist? I mean, it feels surreal almost talking in those terms. What would it mean to you as a footballer to reach the pinnacle that the game has to offer?
Yeah, I think it's one of them things as a kid. You always dream of playing the World Cup, and you know, you dream of winning the World Cup. You know, we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves and get carried away. You know, everybody's feet are on the ground and everybody's pulling in the right way. And like I said, we're just going to prepare in the same way that we have done for every other game. It's another game that we've got coming up, and that's how we've got to see it.
Carrie Brown, beIN Sport. Actually, coming into this World Cup, it's a question mark whether you would start. Kieran Trippier as well, building his reputation in the 6 months leading up to this World Cup. Why have you done so well, the pair of you?
I think it's down to the manager giving us the confidence to go out there and play. You know, it's not just the two of us that you've mentioned. It's you know, there's 11 players that have to come on the pitch, but it's a squad game as well. Everybody in the squad is pulling each other. Everybody's keeping each other on their toes, and the competition for places is, you know, incredible. It's unbelievable. The training every day is you know, at high intensity. Everybody's giving 100%, and you know, when you've got every player wanting to try and get in that starting 11, you know, everybody's everybody's here on their own merit. They've done fantastic well to get in the squad, and everybody's got something to give.
Does this feel real, and do you even really want to entertain that you're in a semi-final, or are you quite enjoying coming back to sleepy Rapinoe and just staying focused?
That's what you've got to do. You've got to just stay focused. I've said it's another game we've got coming up, and that's how the boys are seeing that. I've said the togetherness that we've got has been unbelievable since the time I got back in the squad, and I think the fans back home are getting more and more excited. Obviously we're excited, but we know we've got a job in hand, and we've got a tough game coming up.
Actually, Steve from AP. You're obviously one of the set piece takers for England. Can you give us an insight into the sort of meticulous preparation you're doing on set pieces, and how sort of important do you think it'll be in the game on Wednesday?
I think set pieces have been a massive thing for us and for other teams as well throughout the whole of the World Cup. Not sure how many goals have been scored from set pieces, but obviously we work on them attacking and defending, and they're vitally important to us, which you've seen they've worked in our favour. So I'm sure we're going to carry on working on them, but I can't give too much detail away.
But is it more than you usually do when you go to United or previous teams you've done? Is that one of the main things you've been doing?
It's not one of the main things, but it's an important thing to do, obviously, especially attacking. You see the boys that get in the box, they're willing to, especially H, put his head through a brick wall. Everybody wants to go and score. Everybody wants to win, and if you've got people that can put the ball in the box, and you've got people that want to go and head it, then it sets you in good stead to go and get the goals.
Okay, question here, please.
Hi, Ashley. Miguel Ángel Moreno from the Spanish news agency EFE. I would like to know your opinion about Croatia and about Luka Modric.
Well, Croatia as a whole are a very good team. They're not in a semi-final for no reason. So obviously we've got to be prepared for them. They've got the likes of Luka Modric in the team, which is a fantastic player, but they've got players around the squad that are going to be difficult opponents. We can't concentrate too much on them. We've got to concentrate on ourselves, and that's exactly what we'll be doing going into the game.
Hi, Ashley. Tiago Arantes, Rádio Sagres from Brazil. There's been a lot of debate about the influence of coaches in the style of play that England is showing in this World Cup. Paul Scholes himself told that he sees some things of Pep Guardiola in this team. There are lots of Tottenham players, which means that Pochettino might have some influence. Do you see the influence? Do you feel this influence? And what coaches and styles of play do you think are present in this team?
I think the coaches and style of play are from the manager here. Obviously everybody plays at their clubs in a different way, but since we've been out together, it's a place where every player wants to be on the ball, and no one's scared to receive the ball, in whether it's at the back, whether it's at the front. It's a team, everybody likes to play with the ball. There's no long balls, it's short passing and moving. I think that's what's set us up in every game, that we've been able to pass teams off the pitch and create chances, and that's exactly what we'll be looking to do when we take to the pitch on Wednesday again.
Question here, Mark. Yep.
Ashley, Mark Houghton, ESPN. You've been away with England before at tournaments, I think in Poland, and it didn't end as successfully. So what have you got right this time, the manager of the FA, in terms of keeping you all happy and keeping you all focused and together?
I think not just the players in the squad and the staff that you see. I think it's the staff behind the scenes as well, making the hotel feel like you're at home. Pictures of families in the rooms, things they're there to do in the hotel. I think if you said to any player that they was going to be together for 7 weeks, then a lot's been talked about being bored, but it's not felt like that. It's felt like a good holiday that we've been on, and we're enjoying every moment of it. There's no boredom at all. Everybody gets on well off the pitch, and I think if you've got that off the pitch, the team spirit, the togetherness, you take that onto the pitch, and I think fans, staff, players, everybody can see how well everybody's clicked together.
Okay, question here, please. Microphone just here, please.
Russian newspaper Sport Express. Ashley, Croatian defender Domagoj Vida after knocking Russia out of the World Cup shouted glory to Ukraine, and now a number of Russian fans saying they will support England in semi-finals. What's your attitude to that fact? Thank you.
That's something new. I've not heard that. It's always nice to have fans from all over the country supporting us. You know, like I say, we've got an important game coming up. The more fans we have, the better, and you know, hopefully we can go and win the game.
Yep. Matt Dickinson at the front here, please.
Hi, Ashley. Matt Dickinson from The Times. A lot has been said that it's a collective effort that England have put in, but if I can put you on the spot, can you pick one player who you think particularly has stood out for you, raised their game, deserves to be MVP so far?
No, you can't put me on the spot. You know, like I said, it's a squad game. I wouldn't pick out one player. I don't think any player in the squad will pick out one player. You know, everybody from the ones that have started, the ones on the bench, have done fantastically well, pushing each other in training day in, day out, and getting the right results in the game. You know, I think everybody's, you know, if I give MVP, it'd be every single player that's in the squad.
Okay, that's it for the live section. Okay, questions from this point on will be UK